What's up, guys? So, I'm here to talk to you about how I don't even just believe, I want to talk to you about just how this is, without question, Jak 2, one of the greatest games ever made. One of the greatest games ever made, without question. Now, I just started the game out here, and I just want to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and do the first mission with Torn. But we may as well talk about how the city looks so far. So, right now we're in the slums of Haven City, obviously, and think about this. Throughout this video, I just want to emphasize how this game is made in fucking 2003. Okay? What open world game do you know of in 2003 that looks this incredible? Okay? What game? Now, a lot of people draw comparisons to Grand Theft Auto, things like that, but Grand Theft Auto doesn't look nearly as good as this game. Now, I'm playing the HD version on the PS3, and so sure, it has a little bit of a boost, but not... I mean, it's just because it's in 720p, alright? Alright, but let's go to Torn. I'll continue all this conversation in a bit. For Torn, I really want to focus on just how ahead of its time this game was, and Naughty Dog was, in terms of presentation of story and the production of the story, and just the way that the characters look and sound, and you know, all their body language and everything is just so ahead of its time for 2003. And again, I want you to pay attention to this city, just how amazing it looks for the oppressed Haven City of this part of the town. The attention to detail is staggering. But alright, let's start this mission real quick. Now, look.
Of course it does. Are you Torn?
Look at the detail in the faces.
New faces make me nervous.
Look at the eye movements.
For the city. You know, big on the wrong side could be unhealthy.
The eye movements, the mouth movements.
Not likely.
So ahead of its time.
Why don't you and your old pet go join the circus? Unless you've got
unbelievable animation for its time. Absolutely unbelievable animation. What game in 2003, by the time this was released, had animation of the quality of this? Tell me. If you can tell me a game that had better animation in an open world game like this in 2003, tell me. And I will acknowledge that. But no game had better animation and production value of open world quality than this game did, in terms of story presentation and all that. Alright. So let's go ahead and go to the first mission. Just talk about, again, just look at the city. Just look how detailed it is. Haven City guards all over the place, because obviously the story is simple in this game, but the story is absolutely amazing. The story and the plot is absolutely amazing. You know, obviously the metalheads are attacking the city. It's a huge threat to the population. Everybody's gonna die if the metalheads get in. It's a simple story of, you know, the Baron is laying down heavy oppression in the city to try and keep people safe, doing whatever means necessary to defend against the metalhead invasion. And it's a beautiful story. It's simple, but it's absolutely amazing. It's depressing. It comes through in the environmental detail. It comes through in everything. Now just look at I mean, again, here, just look at how fluid the animation is. Just look at how intuitive the combat is of everything. It's just far ahead of its time. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load my game that has beaten, or finished everything in the game, rather. And I'll talk a little bit more from there about everything, so I can show around the city and all that. But here, look at this. Again, what game in 2003, open world, had this kind of quality to it? What game? Absolutely ahead of its time in every way. Right? It's mind-blowing. I mean, just the detail that they put into it. Now let's go to the rich sector. Let's try and go to the rich sector of Haven City. And another thing I want to talk about is just traveling. How many open world games make traveling from point A to point B fun? This is one of the few that actually does it, right? Even this, you can get on your hoverboard and it turns into a frickin' Tony Hawk game. What games had that? Again, like, what games just give you like a fucking hoverboard to have fun like this on, you know? I mean, it's just attention to detail of that thing of getting from point A to point B. Make it fun. Give you a fucking hoverboard. The guns in this game, the guns are iconic. They give you the yellow rifle, you know, made to keep a distance, and that, you know, I don't know, guys. I could go on and on about this game. I really could, but I just have to point out that this is absolutely one of the greatest games of all time. Way, way ahead of the time of it. 2003, guys. 2003. What open world games had this kind of quality, had this kind of story? Baron Praxis, you know, the heavy oppression, the metalhead invasion. It's all just genius. Absolute genius first time. A lot of people say it's too challenging of a game, but in my opinion, the challenge is perfect. You know, it goes from being easy, it progressively gets harder. The mission variety is excellent. You're doing, like, one mission you're just killing a bunch of dudes, the next mission you're riding a hoverboard like Tony Hawk to try and get some points. Next mission you're doing a bit of a race. The next mission you're like fighting a huge boss that's really difficult and you're having a fun time with it. This game is just that's really what I keep coming down to, is this game was ahead of its time in every single way. You had two badass characters like Jack and Daxter, excellently animated. Just, there's so much I can praise about this game. It's just such a beautiful work of art. A beautiful work of art. And yeah, that's really it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys love this game as much as I do. It really was ahead of its time in every way.